Good evening, everybody. It's Draftler Upside Tuesday night, late night edition, almost 10 p.m. Eastern. I'm sleepy, man. I don't know if we can do it, but we have to do it. The PGA waits for no one. It's starting on Thursday morning. We've got the Northern Trust. I'm just too tired for this shit. I am Johnny Danger. With me is Chris Esports Emmerich, my man, Brewery Mark Larson. Maybe we'll see Adam never shows up white. I don't know. Who knows? But we are Draft 4 Upside, DRAUGHT, the number 4, the word upside.com, Facebook, Twitter, all the above. We like beer. We like sports. We like talking. I like talking. I like to hear myself talk. It's all good. Mark, how are you, buddy?
That is true. That is truth.
Truth bombs. Dropping truth bombs today.
I'm good. Super busy, but I'm enjoying this late run on the PGA, and now we're into the FedEx Cup Playoffs. So
round one.
Geared up and ready to go.
I like it, man. Mr. Christopher, we chatted a little bit earlier, did a little bit of video run for Call of Duty and League of Legends. That'll be up on the website hopefully tomorrow, and that would be awesome. How are you doing in the last 5 minutes since we talked?
Doing good. Lots changed.
A lot has changed. You have opened a new beer, I assume.
Yeah, blood alcohol levels a little bit higher.
I like it.
A little bit more.
What are you drinking?
And same thing I've been drinking. Sanctimonious. I can't even say the last word.
I just wanted to hear you try to say it again because you already buffed it like twice.
Yeah, it's tough. But you know what? The nice thing about not being on video anymore is I can put my headset down and go pee in a few minutes here because it needs to happen.
I like it. Mark, are you still on the all-day IPA or have you ventured out?
I'm currently on the Unraveled IPA.
Ah, very nice. I just saw that the founders put their Oktoberfest in cans out. I didn't even know they did an Oktoberfest. Saw somebody walking around Kroger with a six-pack today.
Yeah, I didn't know they did an Oktoberfest either.
Rumor around the block around Witch's Hat is we are going to can our Oktoberfest this year. What do you think of that?
I love anything in a can, and I love anything from Witch's Hat.
Oh, well, I love you, sir. I love you, sir. Very kind. Well, it is a good time to mention that Draft for Upside is one of the name sponsors for Witch's Hat Fury for a Feast 2020 Fury in a Box edition, since we're not going to be able to have the 2,000 people on our property coming up a week from Saturday. We're going to do it in a box. All the reservations were for Mug Club members. They are sold out. But Mark, public purchase availability starts on a, 2 weeks from Sunday. We've got 6 or 7 different Bourbon Age Night Fury cans. So if you're looking to pick some of those up, I know a guy that might be able to help you.
Well, the good thing is that if you're somebody like me who can't make it, that person that might be able to help you is indebted to somebody like me based off of a previous bet that said he was going to fill a box of beer and send it, and then said that he was going to wait until this particular event to do it.
This is true.
Crazy.
It's really fortuitous for you, especially because I'm sipping on Brewdog. Where's Brewdog from, Mark? Scotland?
Yeah, Scotland.
But I think this one is actually brewed in Ohio because they have a brewery in Ohio.
In a hotel.
Yeah, hotel. We got to go down there. Ooh, Draft for Upside Brewdog Hotel Adventure. What do you think?
I'm all for it.
Absolutely. Oh, it's amazing. Chris, have you heard about the Brewdog Hotel? He got up to feed.
Yeah, actually I have. And I think we should go there and then we should play some Fall Guys. Should be great.
I think all of this would be good. Anyways, I'm drinking their Stout AF. As fuck, maybe? I don't know. Alcohol free is really.
No, it's alcohol free. That's what it means.
Yeah, it's alcohol free, I do believe. But it's actually made with cold pressed coffee, so it has some caffeine. So perfect thing to drink at 10 o'clock at night on a Tuesday. Yeah. I like it. Taking a little drinky break. So, yeah, man. So if you need help getting some of them bourbon beers, happy to help you, sir.
Yeah, so, I will be sending you some money on PayPal.
I like it. Well, thanks to contributions from people like us, we've already raised over $7,000 for Gleaners Food Bank out of Detroit and the local chapter of the South Lion Blessings in the Backpack. So,
very nice.
Hoorah! Take it. All right. Well, Adam may or may not join us, but we don't need him. Screw that guy. So I'm going to put him in the call, and just so you know, if he ever gets around to adding, he can just join in. So I'm just going to click that button and we'll just let fate decide. How's that?
Sounds good to me.
Perfect. All right, buddy. Well, you are the master of the course breakdown anyway. So tell us about the Northern Trust. I believe it is over in Boston.
Yeah, it's TPC Boston. So there's not really much to talk about. This is one of the easiest courses on the PGA Tour. It's very reminiscent of the course they played last week, only longer. The course favors bombers, wide fairways, very long fairways. Bryson's going to be able to rip the driver on almost every single hole.
And the fairways are a lot more forgiving this week, so accuracy not quite as important.
The roughs, yeah. The roughs are cut down, so yeah, people are going to be bombing it. I lean towards bombers on all my plays. Looking at stuff like off the tee, driving distance, strokes gained approach, way more valuable than say the ARG stat. Couple of really.
I don't know. I don't know if I can take you seriously anymore after you just took a pot shot at my all-time favorite stat category.
Oh, I love the ARG stat. But
okay.
This course is not about accuracy. This course is about distance and wedges. And
I even dropped a pirate dad joke on you in the pregame here.
And the last thing about this course is the greens are flat and easy. So.
Oh, yeah.
Like Chris's favorite dates.
Yep.
Flat and easy.
All those 18-year-old high school girls.
Oh. At least he said 18. It's fine.
You know what I like about high school girls?
They stay the
how old
same
I get,
age.
they all stay the same age.
All right. All right, that's enough of that for sure. Moving on. Yeah, man. I mean, I'm liking that you think it's going to play a lot like last week. I did see Adam join the call briefly, but he sounded like he was in the car. So hopefully he'll come back on at some point. Man, I was so close. I put 20 lineups together. I won my money back in GPP, which is, not the goal, but hey, I got the money back, so it's not too bad. I put 20 lineups in. 19 of the lineups were in the top half. So I had this huge group just right there at that bubble line. I got a lot right. I had Webb Simpson and Billy Ho. I had each of them in 13 of the 20 lineups, and they finished second and third. So those are my core two guys that I build every team around, and I just failed at getting that mid-range guy correct. So hopefully we improve on that this week.
Yeah, you did a lot better than me. I unfortunately did not have a lot of time last week, so I only put in one lineup. I got 5 of 6 through, but my problem was, I think I told you guys too, is I created a lineup I thought was awesome, and it turned out to be awesome, but it was all chalk. I didn't have time to look at ownership and everything, and it turns out I picked 5 of the highest owned players. So even though I had one of the highest scores of the season, so did everybody else.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a weird week. A lot of the lower end guys. I mean, who was this guy that won? Jim Herman?
Yeah, Herman. He came out of nowhere.
Yeah, I mean, he apparently the Tour Junkies said something funny. It said it's actually his third PGA win, which is 2 more than Tony Finau. I wish Adam was here to enjoy that joke because he's a huge Finau fan.
Yeah, I heard
but
that.
But that's good. Those guys have been on fire lately. They've been very entertaining. I like it. They switched up their podcast juice to some vodka that they're just like guzzling. It gets pretty entertaining near the end of their show. So, pretty funny. Actually, I shipped them some beer.
Did you?
So, yeah, I shipped them each just a random 12-pack of beer. And hopefully they drink it and say nice things.
That would be.
I just wanted to bring that up again because I still haven't sent Chris the beer I owe him.
Oh. Yeah.
Chris
Yeah.
doesn't get his beer. Adam never pays him. Poor guy,
Yep.
man. He's abused.
Poor guy. Just living in squalor down there. Just nobody loves him. Nobody sends him money or beer. It's fine.
Yep.
It's fine. It's all good. I am going to send you a couple of those bourbon beers. So fear not.
I will drink them on video.
You will get your box. It will probably only have 2 beers in it, but there will be $20 worth of beer. So it's fine.
I'll drink them.
I know
video.
you will. I like it. Yes, let's chug it. I'll chug some BrewDog Stout alcohol free, and you chug some 15% bourbon stout. It'll be a fun game. We'll see who drops first. Me from over caffeination, or you from drowning in alcohol.
Sounds good.
All right, I like it. All right, so we like the Bombers. Par 5s are fairly easy. There's only 3, so par 5 scoring is going to be pretty good. You're going to get some eagles out of that. Scoring in general is going to be good. The birdie or better makers. This is going to be one of those probably 20, 22 under winning scores if you ask me. A lot of big names have won this event. This is a big name field. This is the first step of the FedEx playoffs. Are you taking into consideration the people who are down there on the bubble of the top 70 in FedEx points that need to put together a game? Because it's a double-edged sword. It's people like, Phil Mickelson, who's like sitting 65th or something on the list, who is going to play well enough to make the next round. And then you got guys like Taylor Gooch sitting at like 62nd or 63rd that just might overthink it and just blow up and put himself out of the next round. What are your thoughts on that theory?
No, I like it. I do think these guys play for that, and they want the FedEx Cup and they want to progress on in the playoffs. So I think it's a valid theory. But in the end, it's about how they're playing right now and about their talent overall. So it's kind of hard. I mean, Gooch did all right this last tournament, but I don't, will he play good enough again to make the cut to next week?
Yeah, I mean, he's not the longest guy off the tee, that's for sure. 117 in off the tee shots gained in the field.
Yeah.
What are you laughing about over there, Christopher?
Longest guy.
I see where this is going tonight. I like it.
But you do have Kevin Na in the field this week.
We'll get to him. Don't spoil the fun. Don't spoil the fun. All right. As always, my friends.
I have to spoil something for Chris.
We are playing DraftKings, and we'll start with our salaries, man. As we do 10K and up to start. The big names up front: Justin Thomas, Bryson, DeChambeau, Rory, Dustin Johnson, Colin Morikawa, Jon Rahm. Those are our guys at the very top.
Just really quick, if Colin Morikawa finishes in the top 3, I believe, this week, he becomes the number 1 player in the world.
I dig it.
So, I don't know. Should we just anoint him the best player in the world right now? I mean, the guy is playing unbelievable in his first season on the PGA Tour.
Yeah, I mean, he's lights out. He's actually the only guy I like up there for the price. I think there's just a lot of good value because there's a deep field. I like him, man. I think he's the 5th highest price, 6th highest price guy. He's really the guy that I am going to have the most of anybody 9,000 and up, probably. Well, maybe not anybody. I got a guy like in the 9,000 range, but he's the only guy I'm really excited about up top. I like Bryson's fine. I just think a lot of action is going to be on Bryson. A lot of action is going to be on JT. Rory's actually interesting because he hasn't been playing all that good. Maybe it'll keep ownership off him.
Yeah, I agree with you. I like Morikawa is my favorite, followed by Bryson. I think this course sets up perfectly for his new game. But I'm not a fan of JT right now. Rory's playing like shit right now. And Dustin Johnson's playing like shit right now. So I'm not really a fan of them. And I've never been a fan of Jon Rahm. So probably, this is one of those weeks I'll probably have about 10 lineups. And out of them, I'll have, four lineups that are studs and stars and scrubs. So I'll split those up between Bryson and Morikawa.
Looking at early projected ownerships, way early. It's only Tuesday. 17% on Colin and 16% on Bryson. So pretty high. Highest is actually 18% at Tony Finau.
Yeah, and I expect I expect all three of those to go into the mid to high 20s.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, interesting. So, yeah, I like Colin, but yeah, he's going to be chalk. The lowest owned guy in that whole top field is Rory, projected at only 10%. So I do like Rory as an ownership play, although he hasn't really been sharp. So it's a lot to pay for a guy up there. So I think you're going to see myself use a technique of using more guys in the 8K to 9K range and stay away from that high-end 9s and 10s.
Yeah, we'll get to it, but that lower 8K, the lower half of the 8K range is really nice.
Yeah. Ownership says the same thing.
That sucks.
Look through there. Yeah.
It sucks that everything's so popular now that,
But I'm looking at some guys down in like the 7-8% owned range that we're going to get to that I really like. So good to see that. I haven't looked at that until just now. So that's good. So, yeah, man, I mean, the course lays out for Bryson. It really does. It's a good course for him. It's going to be hard to fade him. It's just he's very expensive. 11-1. Mm-hmm. It's a lot. I don't know if I can fit the guys that I like in that, upper mid tier enough to pay for him. So
yeah, like I said, I'll have one or two lineups with him in it just to give it a shot. But I tip my main lineup. I don't ever play anybody in the 11,000s. It's just not worth it.
And I actually kind of like Dustin Johnson this week.
Mark, how many times have you won a GP in your main lineup?
My main lineup's usually a cash lineup, so I don't win GPPs much with it.
So you're saying you should play an $11,000 player in your lineup then? If you want to win a GPP.
I'm saying if I play him, it'll be in a GPP and a one-off.
Oh my God, guys!
I make my money on cash games. You know that.
I know that none of us make money.
This is very true.
This is true. Yes. Any money I profit in any week though is a cash lineup.
Okay. None of us have the discipline to consistently win money.
No, it's true. And that's the problem is every time I win, I go and load up on baseball because I like to watch baseball. So I'm like, oh, what's on TV tonight? Oh, the Tigers playing the Cleveland. I'm going to load up on that game. And that never works.
You know what? I've stayed away from it now because like on 4 or 5 different nights so far this season, I've had the top stack. Like I picked the right team. Like they have the top stack. But I missed the stack. I have other parts that are wrong. I just missed the guy that went off. Last night it was the Mets. I didn't have Robinson Cano. Like, it's not worth it. It's not worth it for me.
It's a frustrating game. Yeah. Baseball is a frustrating game.
And for me, it's hockey. So anything I win, I end up dumping on hockey, and it just disappears.
Yeah, like there's a defenseman on Arizona, the CHYE something. Like he's a second or third line defenseman. I played him every single day for the first 2 weeks because he was a great value. I stopped playing hockey yesterday or the day before, and I'm watching the game because I'm at a restaurant, socially distanced properly. I wore a mask and whatever. I see this dude. He scored a goal, dude. He scored a fucking goal. This is while I'm live betting FC Barcelona because everybody's like, Barcelona can't lose this game. I get plus 550. They're 1-1. I left the bar 10, 15 minutes later and they were down 5-1. So, yeah, that's the kind of day I had the other day. Sorry. I like Colin Morikawa too. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I like him. He's just so good right now. I actually kind of like John Rahm for this course as well. Yeah, super handsome. I like John Rahm for this course as well. but I'm more interested in kind of playing these 9K range, man. I feel like Jason Day is just going to keep playing lights out. I've been betting him; it's been working, and I think I'm going to stay on it.
Yeah, it's not a bad call. He fits the course okay. I like.
He's got
this
good
9K
course
range.
history.
Yeah.
Yep. He's got good course history. He's not the longest hitter. His short game has been fantastic. His tee accuracy has been good. I like him. Patrick Cantlay, right below that, huge fan of him this week. But I think he's also going to be very highly owned.
He's going to be super high owned.
Right now, he's only sitting at 12%. I wouldn't be surprised to see that go up with people shying away from the more higher end of that ownership. But Cantlay, man, he's had moments where he's just put together a hell of a round. He's just not doing all four. And could this be the week? It could be. I mean, he's number 1 in shots gained total, number 4 in tee to green, number 2 in ball striking, number 2 in off the tee, number 8 in approach. I mean, he's just everything is lining up in this field for him. So I like him a ton.
Yeah, and he's making all the cuts. He's going to move on in the FedEx standings regardless. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I mean, the thing with Cantlay is he's consistent, and you need a consistent player in these lineups. You need to get 5 or 6 of 6 through.
Yeah, absolutely. Love him. Big fan of Daniel Berger still. I think maybe some people have come off him a little bit as hot as he was earlier in the season. Maybe he can get some good ownership leverage on him. I like him a lot. Let me see if I can find his ownership down here.
Do you have his ownership? Because I think is a good play on this course.
Yeah, 16.5, third highest owned at the moment. So yeah, okay.
Yeah,
fair enough.
Part about too is we're on Tuesday night, so these ownerships are really truly projections. So
absolutely,
once we get closer, tomorrow night we'll have more accurate data based on lineup builds and everything. So
I'll tell you guys that I'm off of here in this range. Not a big fan of Webb Simpson here. He's just not accurate right now. It's just not working for him. I still think something's wrong with Brooks. I know he came out and played well a couple weeks ago, but he's
played fine for a couple weeks, not just a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Did you guys? He announced that he's having surgery as soon as he's out of the FedEx Cup.
Yeah, something's off. He's limping. It's not good.
He's going under the knife again, but he's playing just to play for the FedEx Cup.
Yeah, there's just this whole range right here is just chock full of people. This is going to be really hard for me to narrow down. I mean, this is going to be one of those shows that just sounds like Johnny Danger loves everything.
Do you like Tiger? Do you like Hideki?
Yes. What about you? I like Reed. I like Berger. I like Finau. I like Woods. I like Hideki. I like Casey. I like Scott. Okay, I'm not on Fleetwood. There you go.
There's your winner.
See, I would take Fleetwood over Tiger or Hideki.
Tiger loves this course, man, and
Tiger loves every course, but Tiger is not Tiger.
Yeah, I know. This range here, though, man, Scotty Scheffler, he's still just playing such great ball. I think he was really disappointed in how the week finished 2 weeks ago, and I like him a lot. I think he's got a good shot here at 8,100. Big fan of him there. Do not like Fitzpatrick. Do not like Rose. So I guess I don't like everybody.
So just really quick, because we jumped down to the 8,000s.
I know. We're just rolling, man. It's this non-alcoholic beer. It's chock full of caffeine. I don't know how to handle it.
But I find it interesting with the DK pricing this week. And this is just kind of a game strategy thing that there is not a lot in the 9,000 range. I mean, what do we have? 6 players. So it's kind of interesting how they've positioned this tournament. We actually have 6 in the 10K range, which is a little high. Usually it's like somewhere between 3 and 5. But then there's usually a lot of 9K players, and we only have 6 this time. So it's kind of an interesting play, and I think it's it's worthy of looking at game build strategy in this case.
For sure.
Yeah.
Well, so I really only like one guy in the 10K, Colin. Cantlay's my favorite in the 9K. 8K range, I'm probably looking closer to the bottom. I really like Hideki. I think he's going to go under owned because his putting sucks. But everything else is spot on. I like him a lot. He's probably my favorite there at the high end of the 8K. And then Mr. Scheffler there at the low end of the 8K. So that narrow it down to those guys. Those are my favorite. What about you, Mark? Where are you at so far, halfway through?
I love Scheffler, but I think that means, since you and I both love him, means he's going to be way overowned.
Yeah, he's going to miss the cut probably.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm kind of into Gary Woodland and Abraham Answer too.
Yeah, what happened to Abe, man? He lit the world on fire. He just kind of sloughed off a little bit, I guess.
Yeah, I think he hurt his wrist, and I think he just needed a break. It was kind of like Morikawa. He had all that pressure of trying to beat Tiger's made cut record, and he crashed and burned, took a week off, came back, and was back on fire.
Scotty Scheffler projected ownership at 8.1%.
Seriously? Okay, we definitely have to double check that tomorrow night, because
keep an eye on that.
Yeah, he's my favorite play down here in the low 8s.
Yeah, I like him a lot down there. A lot. All right, who are you completely off of so far? I know I kind of just cruised through everything, so let's rewind a little bit. Who are you completely off of? Go back to the top and look down and catch up to where we were.
I am completely off of JT, Rory, and Dustin. Not a fan of Xander, not a fan of Webb. Completely off Brooks. I think he's done. He'll be lucky to make the cut. He's looking forward to surgery.
And Chris, how many of these names are you going to play?
Where are we at?
All the names that he's listing off that he doesn't like. How many of those names are you going to play? Nah, we're just going through who we're just off of in the top, from 8,000 up, instead of shining all the rainbows and butterflies like we usually do.
Guys that I have no interest in. Not going to play any Horschel or Woodland.
Yeah, I like Billy Ho. I think he kind of peaked last week. I don't really care for Woodland. I'm not a fan. I don't like him this week because he's just 101st in the field in ARG. I just can't get behind that, Mark.
But I don't think ARG is very important this week.
I can't do it, man. I'm looking at our good friends at Fantasy National here, and I just
guys. One guy that I will not be playing, and I can guarantee you, is Harry Higgs or Brian Gay.
Faux show. All right, man. Well, let's keep it rolling. Who do you like in that 8K range? You kind of talked about Scheffler a little bit. Is there anybody else in there? You don't like Tiger. I like Tiger.
I don't like Tiger.
Hideki
is kind of sneaky.
Fleetwood's going to win, Chris says.
I actually like Fleetwood a little bit. I like Hovland. Scheffler.
I'm not super all that interested in here because of ownership. I'm going to probably do a lot of pivots off of that 8K range and kind of get down into the 7K range.
Yeah.
I know he's being touted online a lot, but Matt Wolff, it's his turn. These young guys have just all been kind of taking their turns. I really like Matt Wolff this week. I'm back on the Sanjay M train. After burning me, I'm in on Sanjay.
Yeah, see, now we're in the upper 7s now, and my favorite right now in this range is the one right above him, Siwoo Kim.
Oh.
He is on fire right now. I love it.
He had 2 great weeks in a row, though. Is he that good of a player to put 3 in a row? I don't know, man.
It's his kind of course. I like it.
He's a short knocker, man. You just said you're going to do all bombers.
I didn't say I was going to do all bombers.
I like the guy right there with him at 76, Cam Champ. The rest of his game's not great, but number 4 in driving distance and 7,600.
I like Cam Champ a lot too.
I like him. I mean, that's definitely, I'm going to put probably 17 lineups. I think I'm going to do 17. I think 20 is an unlucky number. I'm going to do 17 lineups. I'm going to see him probably in 2 of them. I just can't look away from Harris English, how good he's been, and they've got him down to 7,600.
It's a good price on him. It's going to be, ownership at that point.
Let me take a look, see where he is at. Yeah, is it people not like him, or did I run past him? There he is, 10%. So not awful.
Not awful.
Not awful. I mean, the guy's been playing solid, and outside of being a favorite, what was it, 2 weeks ago, he's kind of under the radar and just putting up good numbers. I think you're right with the Bombers, and he's not a Bomber, and I think that'll keep some people off of him. I think you might see that ownership come down a little bit. So I kind of like Harris English there at 76. What about HV3 after a great showing last week?
No, I don't trust him. He had a really good showing last week, but I played him earlier this season, and he'd always have these great first couple rounds, and then he'd just fade right out. So I just can't get behind him.
Yeah. And what about Doc Redman, the guy who just broke your betting card's heart, Chris?
He's going to finish 7th.
I mean, how close was he to cashing your bet ticket, man? How close?
Here's the nice thing is I didn't look at it until it was over, and I had to like backwards, like reverse analyze it. So it didn't really break my heart. But then I looked at it, I was like, oh, if this guy just didn't fuck it up, excuse my language, the last round or the first round, like he's okay. Look, dude, when you're making a sandwich, okay, usually you screw up the ingredients, like on the inside, like the stuff that you put inside of it, like the lettuce, the tomatoes, the onions, the meat. You don't fuck up the bread. Doc Redman fucked up the bread, dude. Like, he fucked it up. He fucked up both sides of it. He came with some shitty, moldy bread.
I love it. And let the win go to Jim Herman, who, let's look at this field. He's in this field within this week.
Well, hey. He wasn't the guy that fucked it up the hardest, though. Let's be honest. Like Doc Redman might have fucked it up, but he didn't, fuck up 2 putts to end the game.
That's true. So Jim Herman won last week out of nowhere, and he's in this field, second in the field off the tee. But then his other main stats here: 125th, 103rd, 94th, 122nd, 118th, 102nd, 120th, 125th. Damn it, this guy screwed you out of winning a bet ticket, and I feel for you. I'm sorry. That's all I had to say. All right, moving on, man. Moving the hell on. You like Siwoo Kim, Cam Champ, Harris English. That's where we left off. Doc Redman. I feel like Doc's not in a good place for this tournament, so I'm out on Doc. You like any of these guys below here? Benny On is kind of piquing my interest. Lefty's piquing my interest.
Yeah, this is a tournament that Lefty will probably play really good. He tends to play well under pressure, so...
Yeah, he's on that bubble of not making the next round of the FedEx. I think that he's trying to avoid the senior tour with every possible ounce of his life.
Yeah, he is.
Guys, there's a couple good plays here that I really like. Can I talk about them?
Hit me.
Enlighten us.
Okay. So first is the Chesticle, Ches Rebi. I think he's a good play. I think I missed on him last week, and I think or 2 weeks ago. I don't know. I missed on him. But I think he's going to do a bounce back. I think he deserves a low-end roster spot in a lineup that you just want to min cash. I think that's a good spot. Next, I think maybe he deserves a top 20 bet as well. I don't know what his odds are, but they're not fucking long enough. Next, Max Homa. This is a friend of the pod for sure. This guy just is eternally 7,000. every single slate, 7,000. And do you know why? It's because he can only make the fucking cut half the goddamn time. And so it's a very justified price for him. But I think he's going to make the putt this week. And so we're make the putt. He's going to make putts this week, and he's going to make the cut. It's going to be great. Lastly, at 6,900, before we get to the guy that will probably break my heart, we're going to get to the guy that is he's competing for my love. It's Lucas Glover at 6,900. What a beautiful price. Lucas Glover, how can you not roster this guy? How? Both of you make a case. How?
I can't, man. He's on my list. The only downside to him is he's just not good with the putter, but these are straight forgivable greens. So
this isn't
putt. He's 106 in ARG.
This isn't putt golf, guys. This is real golf. This isn't putt golf. This isn't measured golf where you're hitting your swing stroke like Adam does. He's not on the pod. This is real motherfucking golf, okay? Lucas Glover, fucking take it to the bank. Top 10. Let's go.
I like Lucas Glover.
Have you watched Holy Moly?
No, I haven't.
Did you ever see Wipeout when it was on TV?
Maybe. I think I know what you're talking about.
So it's Wipeout with miniature golf combined. So you have to do these obstacle courses where there's flamethrowers and people trying to throw you into pools and stuff. And then you have to get up and putt on a miniature course.
It's hilarious.
Dude, I played. I have played full contact, no holds barred, beer pong.
I like it.
So when the ball comes off the table, it gets crazy. And like sometimes there's a rake on the fucking wall, and sometimes you get hit into the wall, and sometimes you get hit into the rake, and then you disappear. Yeah, it happens.
All right, Danger. What's your thoughts on Max Homa?
Didn't pop in anything, so not interested.
Fucking joke.
Don't like Max Homa at all. Like Alexander Noren.
Except my head-to-heads.
Like Jason Kokrak.
Oh my god.
Kokrak's okay.
I'm back on the Henrik Norlander ride.
Yeah, I like him. What about Sneds?
Not on Sneds.
Is this Darren McCarthy here? Is this
Denny McCarthy? Yeah. Maybe the shortest knocker on the course, but the best putter.
Oh man, that's good.
You're gonna laugh, but you know who I'm gonna have in a lot of lineups this week? Kevin Na.
Nice.
That's a good move. I like him.
I don't think I'm playing any golf, so it's a good week to play fucking Kevin Na for sure. Like Kevin Na,
6,800, man. Gotta play him.
Well, and here's the thing. Like we joke about this, and we joke about these guys in this area, and like I don't play a lot of golf, and that's fine. And I've been really making a lot of jokes. Okay, I've had a lot of beers. I'm making a lot of jokes. I'm using a lot of very aggressive language. But when you look at these guys in this area, how many of them really have tournament winning upside? And you can say what you want about Kevin Na, but he wins 1 to 2 tournaments every single year. You can't say that about Sam fucking Burns. You can't say that about Kokrak, even when he was in that weird, like, I'm going to finish in the top 15th every fucking week. And then he's come down. Dominic Fratelli's not going to win a tournament. Come on, let's talk about this. Kevin Na can win this tournament, and he's the only guy in this price range that can.
That's not true. Lucas Glover could win.
Yeah. Well, let's take the sample. Yeah.
Lucas Glover
I
could
see
win.
Lucas Glover for a top 10 finish, okay? Yeah. Kevin Na can actually win. Lucas Glover, can he? Has he ever won a tournament in his life?
No idea. No idea. This is what we need Adam for. This is the only value Adams brings is his encyclopedic knowledge of these things.
I don't think he has. Like, hang on, I'll look it up. You guys talk about the rest of these degenerates.
I got really nothing else down here, man. I mean, I like Norlander at 66. I'm okay. Yeah, Ricky Rinsky's had a decent year at 65. Cameron Davis, if you just need somebody to make the cut. Xinjiang Zhang, same thing. If you need a guy to make the cut and you need to go that deep, but there's so much good play in the 7,000s. I don't know you need to go any deeper.
No, so do you feel like the majority of people are going to be playing a balanced lineup then?
I don't know. I think you can go with a lot of these guys in the low to mid sevens and lock up a couple of these 9K and up guys too. So, yeah, I don't know, man. It's just such a star-studded field. I think you're just going to get a lot of spread out lineups.
Spread out is good. That's an advantage that we need to focus on.
All right. Well, we kind of beat it to death.
Guys, so, hang on. I'm working on something right here.
What are you working on?
The show.
That's fine. You got a
guys. Lucas Glover won the goddamn fucking U.S. Open in 2009.
There you go. He's a major champion. I like it. All right. So
that's what you guys expected to happen.
Harry Higgs to win. I got you. All right. Yeah, man, I got nothing really down here. Cameron Davis and Zhang popping the model just a small amount. That's really it. Adam Long's fine. Norlander, I like a lot.
I will tell you, by the way,
that
Kevin Na has won more professional tournaments than Lucas Glover by one, but it doesn't appear that he has any fucking U.S. Open goddamn major wins.
I love it. All right, I got nothing else here, man. I don't even know if I have a tipsy pick because I just don't like any of the guys down that low.
You don't have to like the tipsy pick.
I know, it's ugly. Cam Davis, 6,300. That's Johnny Danger's tipsy pick. That's all I got. I'm podcast out, man. I'm out.
Who was your tipsy pick?
Cameron Davis, 6,300.
Who do you got to win?
Why? Because I don't know. Fuck.
No, who do you have to win?
To win the tournament. It's a good one. It's chalk, man. He's number one in ownership, but I really think Tony Finau is going to get his win before the season's over. And we're running out of time.
All right. I'm going to go with Nick Taylor as my tipsy pick.
Very tipsy.
And I'm going to go with Jason Day to win it all.
I like Day a lot. I hate when we're on the same page, Mark. I tell you what, man, back when we started this podcast, we lost 100% of the time when we agreed on football, guys. So, just saying.
Yeah, and speaking of that, look for our
football next week, guys.
Next week.
You mean I'm going to have to read about football? Oh, man.
That's our bread and butter.
Is it, though? Is it?
No. After I went and looked at my my last 8 years of DFS play and how much money I put into NFL, no.
Guys, I think we know where to look at our bread and butter. It's League of Legends, guys.
It really is.
It's
the only sport I'm profitable in.
Me too.
I love it. Speaking of that, I got to get some lineup work done for League of Legends. That's for sure. I got my notes here. We're good.
All right. Well, it's all due tomorrow, so I'll throw the things in chat.
When is the next LOL tournament?
There's two on Thursday. You have your LCK, which is a 2-gamer, and then you have the best of 5 playoffs. They're combining the 2 LCS games with one of the LEC games.
Nice.
So that's Thursday AM.
Thursday and Friday for the year. So Okay, so the
Hey guys, we'll talk about this after the show. Love you all. We have been Draft for Upside. I am Johnny Danger. With me was Brewery Mark and Chris E. Sports Emmerich. We'll catch you guys on the flip side.
See ya.